Every high thing must come down, and every stronghold must be broken. You wear the victor's crown. You overcome, you overcome. Every high thing must come down, and every stronghold must be broken. You wear the victor's crown. You overcome, you overcome. Hello everybody, it's Uche America Kalichi here again, and on my YouTube channel I speak on faith, lifestyle, and food. Yeah, you heard me singing, every high thing must come down, every strong thing must be broken in your life, every strong thing that is associated with the trends and patterns of this world. As a Christian or as someone who has decided to change, it must come down today, okay? By the grace of God, after watching this video. So just stay tuned. I assure you, you will enjoy every bit of this, and it's going to be very enlightening, impactful, and inspirational. Okay, so like you all can see, the topic is the popular does not always represent God. This is the part 2 of this topic. I treated the part 1 last week, and I told some of you all that I will be, giving you all the part 2 soon. Okay, so here it is. You see, in life, if you must stand in the path of truth, you must take conscious decisions to follow truths and not trends, to follow morals and not immoralities, to follow, lights and not celebrities. And in our world today, it is so painful to see that abnormalities are now seen as normals. Telling the truth is now seen as a cake and old-fashioned. Even evil has now been enthroned by civilization and so-called advancements. These are all lies from the pit of hell. And one very thing that doesn't represent God is drug abuse. And for the fact that it is popular does not mean that God is in support of it. You see, drug abuse is a habitual taking of illegal drugs and addictives or certain chemicals, you see, for the pleasurable effects of the brain. And it's seen that all over the world there are over 190 million drug abusers and users, and they keep increasing at an alarming rate all over the world, even here in Nigeria. And these drug abusers are mostly found amongst young adults from the age of 30 downwards. It's mostly found among young adults from that age downwards, even from 30 and above, even indulging it, but it's mostly found among that age bracket. You see, and it is a very wrong notion by so many people that most public icons draw inspiration from these drugs like weed, cannabis, and the likes. No, these are lies from the pit of hell. You see musicians nowadays using this, drugs and in their videos, and then creating an action before the viewers, some of the viewers, that it is what gives them inspiration, and then these viewers try to adapt this in their lifestyle, and then it's part of them and it becomes a lifestyle, which is very, very detrimental. You see, there are so many consequences of drug abuse, so many. It could cost you your financial life, it would cost you your mental life, it would cost you your sexual life. There's so many detrimental or consequences of drug abuse. It can even cause, like what I have here. Apart from the long-term damage of drug abuse, drug addicts can also use needles as a form of, getting themselves so as to get high on some certain kind of drugs. And through this, one can contaminate HIV, one can contaminate hepatitis B or C, or those sexually transmitted disease can also be contaminated by one who has it. These are very, 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 very important. This is very important that we do or take note of. Another one is abortion. Abortion in many countries has been legalized. Yes, and it is legitimate for a woman who is pregnant and doesn't want the pregnancy again or doesn't want the baby again to abort the baby. I remember the Bible warns against abortion. And there's so many reasons why people go into abortion. so many women, it could be that be because they see that the economic situation is too poor to gather for themselves and the child or the children, or they say that they are too young to even start, you know, rearing or catering for children, or they see that it's catering for children or raising kids would deter their education. These are some of the reasons why so young women go into abortion, which is very, 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 very sinful before the eyes of God. However, even though, you know, you've gone into it before, it doesn't mean you should, you know, feel terrible of yourself, although you feel sober for your wrong acts or wrong actions, which is really a huge and serious thing before the eyes of God. But you can still go back to Calvary. You can still ask God for mercy. Okay, confess all of your sins to Him, and also seek Christian counseling, okay, so as to help you, guide you on how to go about a new life and not fall back into the same kind of way of life. Okay, another one is alcoholism. We know alcoholism is an addiction to alcohol. Yes, and there are so many negative, you know, effects to alcoholism. Alcoholism can cause low infertility rates, it can cause sexual dysfunction, it can cause diabetes, it can cause malnutrition, it can cause damage of the brain, it can cause slurred speech, so many side effects. And these things are very common and popular, but doesn't mean that God is in support of them. Yes, God is not in support of alcoholism at all. You see, in our world today, so many youths, you know, hold the view that school is a scam, but forgetting that you have to study to show yourself approved. If you're not educated, or if you don't have knowledge of something, there are so many limitations to your life if you don't go to school, or if you don't have knowledge, a certain knowledge of a particular thing or particular field you don't embark on. You see, like so many ladies also are buying into the ideas of baby mamas, because a particular icon buys into the idea of baby mama, and then they say, if this particular icon could do, why can't I do it? It is wrong before the eyes of God. It is unacceptable. We see the idea of homosexualism and even lesbianism and same-sex marriage and bestialism. These are demonic practices from the pit of hell and signs of end time. These are practices that are popular but unacceptable before the eyes of God. And there are things that even as believers we should take very, very conscious and close look at, so we don't fall prey. Okay, let me show you all the infallible and the unbendable, you know, thoughts and standpoint of God concerning this same-sex marriage and the likes. Let's see in the book of Leviticus chapter 18 verse 22, it says, "You shall not lie with a male as a woman, it is an abomination." And Leviticus 20 verse 13 says, "A man, or if a man lies with a male as with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood is also upon them." And Matthew 19 verse 4 to 5 says, "Have you not read, and that he which made them at the beginning, which is God, made you and I male and female?" Yes, and he said, "For this reason," which is verse 5, "A man shall leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife," not a woman shall leave his father and leave her father and mother and cleave to her wife. No, neither is it the other way around, but the opposite way. "And they shall twain and shall become one." The Bible is very explicit and clear about all of these things. So it is very, very important that we begin to know this. Another very common and popular, you know, trend is the fraudulent act, of which you know it's returned as Yahoo. Most young boys and even young men engage in this fraudulent act so as to get quick money from individuals as them within and outside the world. Okay, and by this act, it is unlawful one, and before the eyes of God, it is a huge sin. It is common, yes, but doesn't mean it represents God. These are social vices that should be curbed and stopped permanently in the world today. And as Christians, we are to ensure that we prayerfully watch, okay, so as not to fall prey. So I just hope that this video has blessed you tremendously, has impacted your lives, Okay, even I know it's very, very short and brief, I just hope it has blessed and impacted your life in ways that, you know, will be life changing while and after watching this video. Okay, so I just want to say thank you so much for each and every viewer that has viewed this post, or that will view this post, and that will share this video rather to friends and families. Okay, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for tuning in again, and I hope to see you all next time. Okay, and I hope to bring you all more and more interesting and educative and life-changing topics, okay, that would change us, change our mindset, change our, you know, thought pattern, and make us live a new life that pleases God. So don't forget to subscribe, click on the notification bell so as to get notified on each and every of my videos, and don't forget to share to your friends and families and loved ones. Okay, thank you, and see you all next time. Mwah. Bye.